guys, welcome to Jason's Trucking Info. And in today's video, we're going to do another cooking video. And I like to cook different stuff sometimes. And I like liver and onions. I like some of the weird stuff, the organ meats, things like that. If I was playing out in the woods, I'd be out there cutting up animals and cooking them up and eating them. But I'm a truck driver and I'm always on the truck, so sometimes I gotta buy weird things and eat them. I've ate this before and I like them. It has a lot of cartilagey stuff in it and bone, mostly cartilage. This is beef oxtail from Walmart, and yeah, this is good stuff. There's all kinds of ways to cook it up, but one of those things you got to cook all the way through. Very thick, meaty chunks. There's a lot of meat coiled around cartilage. This is a tail from an ox, so it's got a lot of cartilagey stuff, and this is really good. So let me get reset up and we'll show you what these look like. Alright. First things first, make sure that you have your windows cracked when using one of these camp stoves. Okay, now use these canisters. Make sure that, see this little tab right here? It needs to be lined up. This thing needs to go in that. Sure that, and then press this down. Oop, this thing has to be down. There you go. Then basically, in order to start this bad boy, you see that? Alright. And you gotta choose about where you want it to be for cooking. Okay. This thing's got like a permanent stain on it. I've tried scrubbing on this and this will not come out. So I've used green scratchers. Obviously you don't want to use like steel wool or anything on a pan like that. But there you go. So let's start out by getting some olive oil in here. Enter some out. We're going to use some butter. Might be up too high. Okay. Now we're going to put butter in there. Alright. Butter off my knife. Put the knife right there. Okay. Obviously you can tell this gets whooped. There you go. Now, I'm going to cut into this now. Always cut away from yourself, which I was almost not doing. Okay. I'm starting to scorch the butter already and I just put it in. Alright. You're going to have all kinds of things like this. You have big pieces, the big honking pieces that you're going to want to cut down a little bit. If it'll let you. Oh man. Alright, put that in there. It's cooking too fast. Oops. Now let's get these other pieces in there. These big chunks. Like there's a little chunk, there's a little chunk. Okay, we're just going to have to do the best we can because there are big chunks in here. It's going to take a while to cook. I should have probably used my bigger pan, but we'll deal with it. Let's see, I'll put some more oil in here. Oh, that's right. Alright, accidentally shut it off while I was trying to. Alright, I think I'm going to add some more butter as well. Okay. Clean my hands off. Oh, this was $17.19, in case you guys wanted to know. $17.19. Alright, Let's get ground black pepper. We'll use some Old Bay. Cayenne pepper, and it's brand new. Okay, use some Hooters seasoning salt. Okay, oh yeah, curry. Okay. And I think we'll forgo the ranch this time and the lemon pepper seasoning. A little bit of Hooters hot sauce. Do some of that. Alright, probably ready to be stirred. Big chunks here. It's going to take a while for some of this to cook. Some of it's probably already cooked. Got this turned down about as much as I can without turning it completely off, and it's still kind of way too hot, so we just got to kind of do our best to keep an eye on it. Alright, throw some more seasonings on this other part. This is curry powder. Throw some cayenne. throw a little more Hooters hot sauce. Let that steam a little bit. It's not perfectly fitting on there, but we'll deal with it. Get back to you in a few minutes after this is cooked up a little more. These are probably done. These little ones, that was definitely done. Little one. For all these little ones. More little ones in here that I just can't see. A lot of good protein and fat on this, a lot of cartilage. I'm going to throw a little bit of Mrs. Dash on there. This is the table blend. A little bit of black pepper. So let's use the other side. Throw some on here too. Put some of this dash over here on these pieces. Okay. Now, these pieces, there's a small one. It's still hot. Let that cool down for a minute or two, and then I'll kind of show you what it's like eating those. Hi guys, I just ate this small one and I'm still working on it. There are these little bony, cartilagey things. And you're trying to eat as much of it as possible. This is very good for you. When you eat stuff like this, it's very good for your bones and your own cartilage and stuff. You gotta try to get as much meat off here as you can. Okay, that's the smallest one. As you go up in bigger ones. Alright, here's one with a lot of fat on it. A lot of stuff to eat on this one. Depending on how you cook this and what seasonings you use. If you don't like it spicy, you don't have to use spicy stuff. There's the big pieces. They're really hard to cut down, and I'm trying to make sure they get done in the center, so I'm cooking them extra long. I'm going to turn these over again. Those are kind of getting burnt. That'll be alright. Now, here's the smaller pieces. Do you see how that kind of works out into a tail? And this is one of the pieces, probably along there. So, this is the piece I'm eating on now. So, and it's getting super smoky in here. I think it's probably time to shut this thing off. How you do that is turn that off. Now we'll just let that cool down and stuff. This is part of the reason why you always vent your truck windows when you cook like this. So it all goes out your windows. Alright. Alright, that's something definitely real different for cooking on the truck. If that's something that you like, then you can find that at Walmart over by that liver and onions area in the beef section. I showed you the package earlier. Looks like this. And they got a similar looking package for beef liver. And then get you an onion and cook with some beef liver. So that's something I'm going to use for liver and onions in a future video. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Enjoy. There's a lot more meat. Some of this has a lot more meat. Some of this will have a lot more cartilage like fibrous-y stuff, like fat. This is really good for you if like you're on keto. Having a lot of fatty stuff is not necessarily good for you if you're eating a lot of it and you're eating a lot of carbs, because then you're adding all that fat into your diet, and all the sugars that get created from all the carbs that you're putting into your system will convert the fat and store it on your body. You'll get fatter if you're eating a lot of stuff like this. If you're having a lot of soda and a lot of things with sugar, or a lot of breaded things, or potatoes, things like that. Those kind of things tell your body, carbs tell your body to store fats. And when you keep the carbs down extremely low, your body will start going into fat burning, and it'll start burning the fat on your body, and that's how you'll lose weight really quickly. But not only have you got to not eat carbs, it's not only what you eat, it's when and how you eat. It's intermittent fasting is something that you definitely have to add into a diet, because the problem is with a lot of Americans, they're overweight because they're constantly feeding their face. Part of that is because carbs are very addictive. Sugar is one of the most addictive things on the planet. It's worse than crack cocaine and some of the other things. And it's almost worse for you in the long run. It does so much damage to your body. Things like crack cocaine and those type of things that are bad for you, they're bad for you, but people don't think of sweet things as bad for you. Those type of things are readily available. They're not illegal, and they're plentiful in our society, and we eat that stuff, and Americans overindulge in things. When we like things, we tend to overindulge in the things that give us pleasure, and that is bad. We need to learn to do things in moderation. Anything in moderation. Obviously there's exceptions, but most things in moderation are okay for you here and there. But it's when we do things constantly and we're overindulging, that's the problem. So, I'm trying to see if this is totally done. This is good stuff. All right. There's little pieces like this. They have a lot more cartilage on them. When you get into those big chunks, there's going to be a lot of meat, but there's also a lot of big chunks of cartilage and bone in there as well. But you got to eat around. Eat as much of it as you can when you eat it. Good stuff. So I'm going to cut the video off. I think you get the point. I'm going to show you a little last video of what these look like, and then we'll shut the video off. Thanks for watching, guys. Just put it on there. And, those of you that are able to cook with actual electric skillet and those type of things, as soon as I get an inverter on the truck, I will love to cook with electric skillet. It'll make things a lot easier. I can control things a little bit better, but I'm doing what I can with what I have. I have a microwave, but I don't have the ability to power it right now. I have a second fridge. I don't have the ability to power it right now. I have a coffee pot. Don't have the ability to power it right now. I have nothing that can handle that much wattage right now and power that. I do have this 150 watt power strip that I was able to use my crock pot. I have a little Minions crock pot that I cook in sometimes. I cooked up 4 thighs. I seasoned them up with lemon pepper and chicken bouillon and a few other seasonings, and it turned out really good. I already ate those. I didn't do a video on it, but It's easy peasy. There's all kinds of things you can cook on the truck. So all kinds of things. It's just whatever you like. And the more you're open to trying new things, when you make those Walmart runs, look around, see what they got. Try to try other things that you have not had before, especially if you're by yourself. You don't have to worry about bringing something home and someone not liking what you chose to bring home to try. Oh, I don't want to try that. Oh, it looks gross. That's weird. Or whatever. You can try whatever you want when you're on the truck. You can do whatever. Or if you live by yourself and you're not a truck driver, you can do whatever you want. You can try those things. You can try the things that you've been wanting to try and just look up recipes or whatever and just experiment. That's how you find things you like. Experiment, try new things. When you go out to restaurants, try to try new things on the menu. Take a chance on other things. You won't know until you try it. Try not to always order the same things all the time. Stop sticking to what's comfortable. Get out of your comfort zone and try new things. If you don't try new things, you're never going to learn and grow. So, alright, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to do a little pass over of this, and then that's the end of the video. Thanks, guys. Okay, it stopped. There you go. It looks a little bit crispy on the outside, but I'm trust me, it's probably fine in the center, and hopefully it got done in the center. It's hard to cook things with bones in them. You got to cook them extra long to get them fully cooked in the middle. And sometimes it's hard because I can't cook things at a real low temperature like this. Maybe if I cooked this crock pot style where I had it all submerged in a liquid or broth or something, I would be able to do that better. Maybe next time I'll try that. So there's that. There's the big chunks, and there's what's left of the little chunks. Alright, beef oxtail, guys. Try it. If you like things with a lot of fat, and there's a lot of meat too, and depending on how you cook it up while you season it, all that kind of jazz, there's different way you can cook this. You might be able to do like I just said in a crock pot and slow cook it. Different ways you can do this. I wouldn't try doing this in a microwave because microwave will make it all weird. So, but yeah, try it, folks. Make sure you hit that like, leave any comments or questions, and smash that subscribe button and hit that all so you're notified of all my future videos. Thanks, guys. So cooking beef oxtail on the truck. Bye.